Hi there, and welcome to Power Hour. We're going to be doing lower body progression. We're going to progress from some body weight movements to some banded movements to some weighted movements and then to some power movements. We've got 5 basic lower body exercises, and we'll be doing those in various ways throughout the workout, gradually increasing your challenge. I'm going to suggest that you have a chair, a looped band or a band that you tie in a loop, and a mat and some moderate and heavy dumbbells. When you've got all that, grab some water, perhaps a sweat towel, and let's get started. I'll get the music going and we'll get warmed up. All right. Thanks so much for coming today, for investing in your health. We're going to start with some good deep breathing. Oxygen, always the foundation of all our movement and of just feeling great. All right. Deep inhale. Nice slow exhale. And we'll do that one more time. That's just setting us up for success. We're going to keep that deep breathing going for the entire workout, of course. All right. Let's take it up. Start to feel the abdominals contract. We're going to strengthen that core to power up all our moves. Yeah, check that posture and take it out. Yes, just loosening up through the hips and just gradually bringing up our heart rate, core body temperature, and the breathing rate. Last one. Let's take it down. Yeah, arms are over the heart now, so we're starting to increase our intensity a little bit. We get a rotation at the hip. Just put a smile on your face. Be glad that you're taking care of your health today. Good, let's take it side to side. Yes, light tap, but a wide step. Nice. Let's sink a little lower. And by doing that, we're pushing the hips a little further back. We're going to need that hip hinge in this workout for our deadlift type move. That's in each round. Nice. All right, let's take it out. You'll see this move a little later. So we're going to start to get a lower, find the depth that we can use in the middle of the workout. Let's press. Keep it really dynamic. Good, I'm going to take it in, lift up, down, lift up. So we started with the hips. We're going a little lower now into the outside of the thighs. Good, one more please. Nice. Now other side, we're going to take it down, lift up. So we're using the core in all these moves, especially a hip hinge move. Because if you don't have the core strength, what will happen is you'll just sag. You'll stick the bum out, but this will just hang out. So you want to go from here to here. Yeah. So you get some lower back strengthening and some injury prevention. One more. Good. Just march that out. Take that deep breath. All right. We're going to wake up the glutes. Let's take it back. Yeah. We've got the arms right over the head, so we're keeping it dynamic. I'm going to go a little lower. You'll see in our power move that we do at the end of the workout, we're going to be going low. We're going to be ready for that. Now, as we get older, it's very common for people's stride to shorten, to have a shorter range of motion. These kind of big, open moves, very helpful as we age. All right. Just march that out, little bits at a time, just layering in the challenge. Let's move down to the calves and just get a little hop here. I've got the toes grounded here in the warm-up. Just building a little bit of power in the calves. So we're ready for that power segment. It's about 5 minutes in length. Good. Good, a little bigger now. Good, now a little lower. Low. So I'm starting to put in a squat, gradually getting deeper, down, Yes. One of our foundational moves will be a squat. Good. We're going to finish this off with one more and then go into a hinge all the way back and forward. You'll use this hinge move in your bridge moves on the floor and in your deadlift style moves today. All right. Now, the other move we're going to be doing in our sequence of 5 is a reverse lunge, a variation of. So you can start shallow and just get back there. As you warm up, or as your body's able, you can go a little deeper or more deeply into that. Deep breath, it's very dynamic. You need those deep, deep breaths way down here. Good, one more. Nice. Arch it out. We're going to do that on the other leg with a bigger arm. Start shallow if you need to. Gradually increase the depth as you open up your hip flexor. Yep, and you get your tall posture is going to help you. And you're going to create a right angle here and here. Good. I'm going to do just one more. And rest. Good. We're going to go into our first segment, the body weight segment. Starting with our deadlift move. You don't need any weights. We're going to stand. This right leg is going to go back. We're going to do a one-legged RDL with an optional leg lift. So we're going to push the hips back. The leg will go up and then come in. Initiate from the hips and come up. Hips. So we're working on balance right off the get-go. So pull up the abs toward the spine. There you go. Now, if you don't wish to have this foot floating, you can tap back and tap in. So this is a modifier. Or you can lift off in the back, tap in the front. Or you can lift off in the front and tap in the back. So you take it the way it works for you. Let's rest. Okay. Heart rate comes up even without weights, doesn't it? We're going to do the other leg. Set it up. Visualize what you're going to do. This time the hands are going to reach downward. Hips back. Now you can have the back leg bent as I'm showing here. Or you can have it straight and go more slowly and deeply, so you can choose. We're going to breathe through it. We're not going to rush. We're not going to drop the shoulders. We've got some tension in the back. Yeah, I'm not rounding. There. We're staying really straight throughout the spine. The hips going backward, hips going forward. Shoulders don't drop. That's challenging, isn't it? Let's do one more. Abs up. There we go. Woo! A little more challenging going down. So again, we build challenge throughout this progressive workout. Our second move is a sit and stand. So I'm going to be getting out a chair, and I like to put it on my mat so I feel really secure and I know my chair won't slip around. Of course, you can have 2 feet on the ground throughout this movement to modify. If you want to do the more advanced version, your feet are close together. I'm going to have the right leg out, the left leg right in the middle. I'm going to think about bracing the core. We're going to do a sit and stand and then a still. So we're going to hold. So let's come on up. Ooh, and then crouch a little bit, pause, and then sit down. Come on up, crouch a little bit, pause, and then go down. Yes. 3. I'm going to turn to the side. You keep going so you can see the positioning when we're in the pause part of the movement. So I'm not going to stick it out here. I'm pelvic tilting and then pausing. Belly button is toward the spine. There. stand. Belly button back, and then sit. Now we're going to try not to plop down, but to go down with slow control. That's our goal. Little hover here, shoulders down and back, and a slow seat. Ooh, body weight movements aren't always easy movements, are they? Control. Yes. If you need to put the heel on the floor, do so and rest. That's serious stuff. I want to take a look at you, so I'm going to turn back. We're going to do the same thing on the other leg. Other leg's out. You may have to keep the heel out throughout or lift it periodically as you're able. Contract, shoulders in position. Let's go. Up, squat, tilt, pause, work on ankle stability, slowly lower. Oh yeah, down and squat, abs, shoulders, slowly lower. 3, just when you thought the sit and stand couldn't get any harder. 4. Now, if you've really mastered this movement over time, not in week 1 or 2, but over time, you could eventually hold a small light ball or a very light weight, but we always want safety first, so master it without weight before ever adding any challenge. But it is a progressive workout, so I'll just tell you how you can progress should you wish to. Up, down, tuck, slight bend here, and lower. Modify, you're up, you're doing a semi-squat without putting too much pressure on the knees, and back. So you don't have your foot way in here, it's going to jut the knee out. You've got the foot out. Yeah. Press through that heel. And we're going to do one more. Up, hover, if you're able, and then down. Rest. All right, let's move on to our third move in this first round. We're going to be doing a side slide lunge. So we don't need the chair. We don't need the mat. If you need a sip of water, grab it. I'm going to slide out to this side. We're going to do 5. So we go way out. Hips are back, abs are up. Slide over 1, all the way over. 2, 3, 4, 5, and bring it in. We'll do the other side. Way out. Sink down, hips back, abs up. 1, way over. 2, 3, keeping really mobile in the hips. 4, 5, and see if you can bring this leg in. Good. We're going to repeat that so we get to 10 reps total. I'm going to show you from the side here. So we're not here. We're way back. Yes. Stay back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bring it in. We'll go to the other side. Way back. Lift up and then slide. 1, 2. Keep the core tension. 3. Stay low. 4, 5. Great for the glutes. Bring it up. Yes. It's very easy for us to balance in these kind of stable positions. But in real life, we need to be able to balance while moving. So that's why we want to get up from that type of position. It's all planned for you for maximum results. All right, let's get into our leg reverse lunge. So we're going to take this back and we're going to do 10. All ready to go? Let's go. 1, 2. I'm going to be fairly dynamic here, fairly fast. I'm going to keep the rib cage lifted. 5, 6. Now you can bring it to a foot off the ground if you want. And 10. Good. Let's go to the other side. If you found that too easy, grab a very light weight or adjust your arm position to a position that will challenge you. I'll show you this position. 2. I'm focusing here. Use this quad, use the glute on your right side. Feel free to change up the arms in any way that feels fun and doable. I'm going to do one more. Awesome. Worked that balance, got good range of motion, opened up those hip flexors. So when we use the weights, you'll really get a lot out of it. All right, our 5th move we'll be using on the mat with a chair. So I'm going to have my back down on my mat. I'm going to have my chair at the end of the mat. And I'm going to put the feet up on the chair. So getting down. Good thing we practiced our lunges. Getting down is not so hard once you've got that all limbered up, right? So we're going to start with a single foot elevated glute bridge. So one foot's on the chair and the other foot is up. So I've got your right leg up. I'm going to relax the head right onto the mat. I'm going to creep in so I've got a nice right angle at the hip and at the knee. All right. Now without pressing up and using momentum, very little pressure on the hands. Use the glutes, tuck in the core, and go. 1, 2. Focus down here where the glutes meet the hamstrings, especially on the bent knee side, right? Exhale, squeeze. Little pressure through the heel onto the chair. We'll do one more. And rest. You might even feel that on the inner thigh. All right, let's switch legs. Flex the foot and go. 1, 2, 3. We're not going to go so fast that we forget to squeeze. Go to the top and squeeze. The glutes, that is. Right there. Relax through the shoulders. You might even want to raise your hands so you don't use them for momentum. As the glutes go up, the abs go down. Down. It's a two-way pressure, down and up. We'll do one more. And rest. Now I'm going to put the soles of my feet together, let my knees fall out in kind of a froggy position, and we're going to do a frog pump lift. So we don't want to arch the back on this, so do get into a good pelvic tilt, belly button down, lift from down where the hamstrings meet your glutes. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. That's our pace. So the side of the foot's on your chair. 6, 7. Yeah, getting nice on those thunder thigh area. 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do 2 bonus here. 1, 2. Good. Little lightning with that thunder. All right. So we're finished the body weight segment. I'm going to move on now to the banded segment. So I'm going to put the chair aside, put my looped band on just above the knees. If you need a sip of water, grab it now as we transition. Okay, time to progress in our progressive workout. Feel free to hold something while you get it on. You don't want to fall. Whatever you need to feel safe. There you go. All right. You want a band that feels snug, right? But not so snug that you can't move at all. You want to be able to move about hip distance apart. All right. Now we're back to the deadlift, beginning of our round. I'm going to do a step back RDL or Romanian deadlift. I'm going to start tall. I'm going to be using your right side, and you can hold a light weight if you like. I'm going to show the version without. We're going to tip those hips back and bring it in. Hips back, bring it forward. Yeah, it might feel not very dainty for females. You may not feel very ladylike, but you're going to stick that bum to the back. Use the glute muscles to drive it forward. Got a very light amount of pressure on the floor, just the tip of the toe. Squeeze, get that mind-muscle connection. Work through the band. Tension, tension. Abs up, and we'll do one more. Good. Too easy, get a tighter band. Let's go other side. 1, 2, that's our pace. 3, good. 4, 5, come all the way up so you can squeeze at the top. Again, you've got various choices for the arms. You can even hold a chair for support if you need to. I'm going to do one more. Press back, press forward. Nice. Now, we're going to go on to a squat. So let's keep that band just where it is. Mine's just above the knees. I'm going to get set up. I'm not going to be here where there's no tension on the band. So open it up, feel that tension so you get a little extra work on the outer thighs, not just the glutes and the quads. All right, we're going to sit back and down. Ready? And come on up. So I am resisting outward as well as going low, 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 low and coming up, squeezing the glutes. So there's a lot going on here. Abs are going back, back, back. Glutes are working. Outside of the thighs, glutes are working. I'm going slow enough that I feel tension in both directions throughout the movement. And I'm not just lowering my shoulders. There's none of that. Shoulders are above and behind the knees. Abs are back, 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 back. Yes, I love this because it's going to prevent you from caving in. We never want that. So push those knees to the outside and we'll do one more. There. Whew. All right. Keeping that band on. Exercise 3 in our banded section is an abduction. So if you wish to use your chair or something for support, for balance, please feel free to keep it safe. We're going to actually start on this leg, starting on the right today. So shoulders back, chest is lifted. We're going to take this leg out to the side. 2, try to balance if you can, but have that support as needed. I've got a flexed foot. 5, 6, so I'm really focusing on the side. 7, 8, 9, 10, to the other side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, resist. 5, 6, 8. We have one more, and we're going to do a second set. You might notice I did not let the working leg touch the floor at any time throughout the 10 reps. If you wish to modify, it can tap down between each rep. All right, here you go. 1, 2, go to your max. 3, 4, lift out of this side. 5, not into it. 6, lift up. 7, 8, 9, one more. 10, directly to the other side. I've always got that safety support nearby. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great balance work here. 5, 6, yes. 7. One more and rest. Okay, leg extension is next. So again, we're going to do 2 sets of 10 per side. You can face your chair if you're holding the back of your chair or the wall, whatever you're holding for support. I'm going to start on this leg, your right. We're going to take the heel to the back. Now we're not arching like this and putting strain on the low back. We're going to lift from the glute, right? Not from up here. I'll show it this way. All right, stand fairly close to your support. And lead from the heel, little lift, squeeze. 2, 3. I know you want me to rush and just get it over with, right? 5, but we're not. We want to squeeze. Yeah. Couple more. Stay tall. And 1 left. Good. We'll go to the other leg. Here we go. 1, 2. If you can release your hands, do so. 3, 4, 5, 6. This workout takes a lot of focus. 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. A little rest. So by resting, I mean you might want to curve the spine because there's a lot going on there in the lower back. We're really strengthening the muscles there. So it's all good, but you want to give it breaks. All right, side 1 for our second round. Support nearby. Let's go. 1. Now we're not way out to the side. Hips are aligned. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest. Other side, set it up and go. Squeeze. 2, 3. We're not going to lean forward too much. Just enough that you ease any low back pain. Don't want that. Are you able to balance there? Is it improving over time? Do 2 more. Squeeze. And 1 more. Rest. Woo, let that low back relax. Yeah. And we've got 1 more banded movement. We're going to go down to the floor as we did with a 1-legged bridge. So we don't need the chair. A bridge is right on the floor. So I know it's a little more awkward to get down with your band on. And it shows you why you need good range of motion. The bigger your range of motion, the easier it is to get down and up. All right, so we're going to lay right down, have 1 leg up. Now, it might not be right up like it was last time, depending on how tight your band is. So that's fine if it's more at a 45-degree angle. You're going to press through the foot of the left side, lift up a little bit, and squeeze and contract. Ready? Let's go. 1, squeeze. Down. 2, 3. Are you resisting through the band? 4, 5, 6. Abs go down. 7. Hands are not pressing you up. 8, 9, and 10. By rest, we'll bring the knees in, release the back, set it up on side 2. Lift the leg to whatever height gives you tension between the legs, and let's go. 1, 2. Trying to lift evenly, not hiking one hip higher than the other. Oh, just think of what power you're going to have in those glutes. The old get off the couch muscles in action. Yeah. Keep her going. This is just round 1. And 1 more. Little rest. Prepare for 10, approximately 10 more on each side. All right. Got that tension on? Let's go. 10, 9, 8. So you see, I'm not really far off the floor. 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, second side. Last tip. If you have your knees aligned, you're probably not going to get the most out of it. Try to push that leg toward the body till you feel tension. All right, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Exhale up and do 1 more. Awesome. Bring the knees in. We're going to rest. Pat yourself on the back. You've finished the banded section of the program. So let's take the band off. Get water if you need it. Stretch if anything's tight. You can always lean forward. Let the hips open up, the back release. Whatever you need to feel ready for the next section, which is our weighted section. I'm going to slip this aside. All right. I'm going to get a sip of water and then pick up my heavy set of weights for a set of dumbbell deadlifts. Those muscles have been really activated with the body weight and the band. So I'm really going to try to go heavy here. Make sure I get the right ones. So I get them out. No matter what weight it is, if it's heavy for you, doesn't matter what number's on that pound symbol, but if it's heavy for you, you want to stand right over your weights. Squat down, engaging your core, picking them up from right underneath you, right? You're not going to reach for a heavy weight. You lift with a heavy weight. All right, feet are slightly wider than hip distance apart. Some people like to turn them out slightly. And tall posture. Let's let those hips go back. Lift up the abs and come on up. Now you can have the weights coming more on the outside of the legs if that feels more natural for you. 3. You don't have to be right in the front. I know I typically do it that way, but it's common for people to round their shoulders if they do that version. So you might find going out to the side keeps you in better alignment. Okay, we've got something heavy now. You got to exhale. 6. All right, can you hang in with me for 2 more? Down, down, down. But more importantly, back, back, back. And bring it up. All right, I'm going to just walk that over. Get my feet staggered and then lower. Yes. All right. Let the heart rate recover a little bit. We'll move on to our number 2 move, which is a squat. We're going to be doing a goblet squat with one quite heavy weight held at the top. And we're going to be doing a down, down, down movement. Yep. Imagine the band on your legs. You push those knees apart, right? There's some tension through the hips there. So let's pick up that heavier weight. All right. So I'm going to have it right between my feet because it's heavy for me weight, whatever's heavy for you. Then I'm not going to stick it out. I'm going to pelvic tilt, brace my core to pick this up. Yeah. Then get my hands under the corners of the weight, get my feet in position, visualize where my hips will go, and let's go. Yeah, just working on my breathing. 5. Core strength. 6. Shoulders in position. 7. Heart rate's up. 1 more. All right. Walk over to where you're going to put it. Do that safely with focus. Woo! Now, we've only got 5 weighted moves, and we only do them twice through. So that's why I'm going pretty heavy. I'm maximizing my time. All right. We're going to move on to our lateral move. It's a cross back lunge. I'm going to take 2 moderate weights. We're going to cross back, drive it up, and drive it up. Actually, I'm going to do all this side for 10 and then all this side for 10. So, got to pick a somewhat challenging weight. And tall posture always to begin. Visualize what you're going to do. You're going to step over to the right. Let's go. Bounce on the ball of the foot. Get way down there. Bring it up. Tap and again. That front foot's really grounded. It's not budging. 5, 6, 7. Yes, trying to get the glute med. So important. 8 and 9. One more. And I'll let you put the weights down for 1 second. I know it gets fatiguing for the forearms and for the heart rate. As my physiotherapist said, we got to work our glute meds. So the medius muscle in the kind of the middle muscle of the glute structure. Often overlooked, but these lateral moves, these cross back moves will get in there where it's often neglected. And then you get injury. We don't want that. All right, got your posture? We're gonna take the other leg back. Let's go. Balance on the ball of the foot. Yes, press into that glute. Pressing down. Yes, 2. Weights are floating. You're not gonna hold them here, resting. Now we're not an accordion, so we're not gonna collapse. 5, stay tall. 6, 7. I know, we're a little out of the comfort zone. 8. One more. 10. All right, I'm gonna put those aside for just a moment. Woo! Yeah, take your time putting them down. That's part of the work, right? Let's grab a sip of water while the heart rate comes down a bit so we can do the next move safely. How you doing? Don't press fast forward. Hanging with me. I don't want to do it alone. All right. Now, we've got our back lunge move. So you're going to go down to your depth, but you've got the ball of the foot in the back, flat foot in the front. We're not doing a forward lean lunge on this one. We're going to come back and then go down and drive it up. So there's a movement front and back. I'm going to get 2 moderate weights. I think I can use the same as the cross back lunge. Had a little rest. And you want those rests because similar muscles are being worked again. All right. Ready for the right leg? Let's go. Balance. Get down there. Drive it forward. Trying to stay level. 2. 3. 4. Good. 5. 6. You smiling? You don't have to. That's optional. I think there's just one more. You can do a bonus if you like. I'm going to breathe, get set up for side 2, and go. 2. 3. 4. Hang in. 5. Breathe deeply. 6. 1 more, please. And 10. Now stay focused until you get the weight safely on the floor or your mat. Good. Woo. Good work. All right. Never underestimate the power of a lunge. We're on the 5th move in our round, the bridge move. Glute focused move. Very functional and helpful for hamstrings as well. So I'm going to get down on the mat, but first I'm going to put my very heavy weight. I'm going to use one pretty heavy one, and I'm going to lay that down first, right between the legs. Then I'm going to get my body down and focus on that. Yes. All right, now if you like to use a pillow or a rolled up towel or something to protect your pelvis, certainly you can put that on first. and then roll over to your side and put the weight on. So some people like to roll, lay the weight on the pelvis, and then roll back. That's one way to get a big weight up on there. All right. So both feet are flat on the floor this time. Head is long, down, and the neck is long. Shoulders are low. Hold your weight for safety, and let's go. So you'll see I exhaled right away when I lifted. 4, 5, 6, very deep squeeze here. 7, 8, press the knees apart. Imagine that band is around your knees. You can even use the band if you like. Belly button down, glutes go up. And rest. I'm going to just stay right here. We're going to do one more set. I'm going to take a deep breath. Think if I didn't, I'm going to kind of do a form pointer checklist in my head. If I didn't get anything right on point, it's a reminder to kind of improve in the second round. All right, I'm going to think about squeezing hamstrings, glutes, low back, and inner thighs. All right, keep focused and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, even my abs are tightening. 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Stay with it. There's just one left. And rest. I'm going to roll to the side. That's it. And then put the weight down so it doesn't fall. And then come on up. All right, we did those 5 really powerful lower body moves, really built some strength. We're going to go through them one more time. So I'm going to move that out of the way. Well, yes, because I'm not going to use my super heavy for the deadlifts. I'm going to use my heavies. So I'm going to move this one aside, get out 2 heavies, and get set up for deadlifts. 10 reps or thereabouts. Alrighty. So remember, your arms can slide down along the sides of your legs or in front, but if you're in front, don't round. All right, let's go. Lift up the abs toward the spine so we don't overarch. Second set and our final set. 7, 8, 2 more. And rest. I'm going to walk that away so I don't trip on it and then put it down off to the side. Woo! All right. Now, you may be like me. I found the deadlift fairly easy for a long time. Why? I couldn't go to my heavy weights because I didn't have the forearm strength. And I would fatigue around rep 7 and I'd have to put them down. So give it time. It took me a couple years, okay, not a couple workouts, to build up that strength, those muscles in the forearm, so I could pick up a weight that challenged me with the deadlift. So it just depends. You might have lagging muscles, different parts of the body. All right, we're on to the goblet squat. I'm going to go a little heavier for me because there's just one. And I'm going to pick that up, place it on the knee for support, get under the corners of the weight so I get that up safely. All right, let's go. That's it. 6, The direction of the shins and the back are kind of parallel to each other. One more. And stay focused until you get that safely down. Even if it's a 5-pound weight, doesn't matter what the number is. You practice good habits because over time it will get heavier. No matter your age, it's all about consistency and effort. All right, we're going into our cross back lunge. I'm going to get a sip of water, let my heart rate down a little further, get that rest in for the muscle groups so I can hit it hard. Come on. 3 to go. Cross back lunge, then we'll do a reverse lunge and the weighted bridge. For now, I'm getting some moderate weights for my cross back lunge. I'm going to start on the opposite side. I'm going to be taking your right leg over to the left side. Balance on that ball of the foot. Stand tall. Let's try that. Balance, sink down, come right up and tap. Hang in with me. One more, please. Good. If you want to put weights down for just a couple of seconds, if you need that brief rest, do so. If not, hold the weights and build your forearm strength. I'm going to let my heart rate down. I'm going to pick those up now and go on side 2. Balance. Ooh, get that balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting a little bit of cardiovascular training as well. 6. With these heavier weights, heart rate comes up. 7, 8. One more. Don't lose the form now. All right, weights to the side for just a moment. Woo! Don't worry, you can take 1 to 2 minutes rest between movements, even if you need to pause your player. That's fine. You want some good oxygen blood flow back to the muscle. It recharges so that when you go to do the next move, it's not depleted halfway through, right? So I'm going to use the same weights for the back lunge, reverse lunge, and I'm going to be starting on this leg. I'm going to focus on that, get my balance there, stick with it for 10 reps. Let's pick that up. Abs in to pick them up. All right, deep breath, and let's go. Now I went right into it. If you need to slow it down and balance and then drop, feel free. Not too big of a step. Yeah. One more. And rest. Woo. Just remembered why I'm working so hard. There's an extra pound in these gloves, and that makes all the difference. We progress step by step. We don't progress in big jumps. It's small growth over time. Let's go on to set 2, leg 2. On the right. Let's go. Ooh, started to wobble there. Got to stay level. 7. Exhale with me as you come up. 1 more. Let's put that aside. There we go. Ooh. All right. On to our final weighted move, the glute bridge, the weighted glute bridge. So you've got something to lie on. You've got a heavy to super heavy weight, perhaps a pillow if you need comfort there. Get the weight in position. Get yourself down. As I mentioned, you can get the weight in position, roll onto your side. So the weight's right there at the pelvis. You can lay it on in a sideways position and then roll. Nice tip so you're not twisting your back to put a heavy weight on there. All right, 2 sets of 10. Let's start. 1, 2, 'm going to focus on contracting the abs and the glutes at the same time so that the whole center region is really strong. 10, little rest. Ooh. And we're going to do 10 more. Now, if you find, before we do that, if you find that this version, the range of motion is too small for you, remember you can always do a hip thrust with your shoulders on an elevated surface. It gives you a bigger range of motion. Some people prefer that. You've got that option. Let's go. 10, 9. Just make note of it in your notes. 8. The workout works for you. 7. 6. We want every minute to be helpful. 5. 4. Squeeze each rep. 3. 2. And final rep here. All finished. Roll over to the side. Yeah. Then come on up. Drop your weight down carefully. Get yourself up. And we're going to put the weights aside, put the mat aside, and move on to our power segment. This goes over here. Woo. If you need water, grab it now, because we're going to be elevating the heart rate a little bit here. We've got 45 seconds of vigorous work. And vigorous work is what we need as we age. Just no two ways about it. So we've got 5 moves. We're only going to do each one once. First move is a power push. It's going to simulate that hinge move that we did first in every round. We're going to hold one moderate weight. You can hold it vertically or horizontally. I'm going to do it vertically. I'll show you the move. I'm going to hinge my hips back, push my hips forward, but it's going to have a little power to it. So that means we add a bit of speed as we come up. So get that out. I'm going to set the timer. Alrighty, 45 seconds work. Ready, go. Hinge, up. Exhale as you come up. Arms just go to shoulder height. And you're going to squeeze back here. You don't have to go my speed. You're just going to give it your best effort for another 25 seconds. We're not using momentum as much as power. Use the force, the musculature that's in your glutes, hamstrings and quads, and low back. That's it, 5 seconds. And rest. All right, weight aside. We've got to rest for 15 seconds. We're moving on to our squat-like move. I'm going to be doing a low and slow squat. So we're going to get down and press it up. Power. Let's go. You can go up onto the toes, low and slow. Slow going down, fast going up. Set it up, explode. Set it up, explode. Now, we don't want to have the bum sticking out level with the shoulders. Bum is lower, abs are tucked under. Yeah. Strong through the core. 10 seconds. One more. And rest. All right. We're going to be going on to our lateral move now. We're going to be doing lateral hop and hold. So we'll go across, stick it. Let's go. So there's a tiny hold there. If you need to have the toe touch the ground, you can hold it there. Over time, you might be able to lift that foot slightly off the floor or not. But we're going to get into that same kind of hinge position with a strong spine, hips back. We're going to power. If this ever gets too easy, you can hold a light weight, a ball, a playground ball, and use that. It's going to be harder because you won't have your arms to propel you. Last one, rest. Woo! Just breathe. Okay, we've got the sprinter lunge. 22 seconds on each side. This leg goes back and work. Knee up, low, knee up, power. That means speed coming up. Yeah, use the arms. One more and switch legs. Way back there, power up. Low and wide. 5 seconds. Don't lose the power. One more and rest. Woo. All right, please pick up a light weight or a ball, and we're going to hold that horizontally. We've got a vertical drop or chop. Go, drop. So now the power is going downward. So like you did in the bridge, the hips move. This time we've added power to that. Vertical chop. Chop. Down. You can use a ball and catch the ball, but it should be a bit of a weighted ball. So you've got force. One more drop here. And rest. We're just going to cool that down. Woo! You made it. Just let that cool down. Good job. Just going to turn off my timer. You're going to deep breathe. Let's take a good deep breath in while we keep moving the feet. Awesome. Ooh. Keep that breathing going. Keep that movement going. Let the heart rate come down. I'm just going to take my weights off. We don't want extra weight when we're stretching, and we are moving in to a stretch now. So, how are you feeling? Perfect timing. Let's take a good deep breath in. Palms up. Tip back slightly. Open up your hip flexors. And exhale slowly. Nice. One more. Very, very deep, 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 deep. And exhale slowly. Just bringing that down. Yes. All right, we're going to go down to the mat. And we're going to start with the hamstrings. They tend to be really tight if you do a lot of sitting. So we want to make sure we get that stretched out. So let's take your right leg up, press the belly button down again without wrenching through the head or shoulders. Just keep the upper body very relaxed. You're going to support your leg at the back and just gently press it toward you as you exhale. That's the key. Now, a lot of people will do one exhale, maybe two, and then they flip to the other leg. It's very difficult, especially as we age, for the brain to receive that message and fully relax and lengthen the muscle in just a couple of seconds. So you're going to exhale very slowly, but do a good 4 or 5 exhales, right? When you exhale, that's when you're going to encourage movement. So inhale, stay stationary. Exhale, a little bit of movement of the knee toward the shoulder. Good. I'm going to grab underneath that knee and straighten out the opposite leg. And try to lengthen here at the top of that straight leg. You might think, who cares if my hip flexors are tight? You know, you don't think about it in daily life. But you'll see a lot of individuals walk with a forward lean. That's because this muscle is tight. You do that over time, you can incur injury and soreness. It's also connected to the low back. These structures are connected. So we want to prevent low back pain, and stretching out the hip flexors will help with that. Also just going to give you a wider stride, more power in your stride. Power, even walking, gait speed tends to decrease as you age, and it's a huge marker of overall health. It's done now regularly in assessments. So we want to keep that stride length, keep that power in our walking speed. Let's go to the other side. Start with the leg straight. Inhale. Grab it, exhale, and move the leg. Exhale. You're going to repeat that at your own pace. Inhale slowly. Exhale, and encourage the leg to lengthen. Last breath. And then when you're ready, put the arm under the knee, extend the other leg out. So you have a two-way stretch. The bent knee is going toward your shoulder, while the extended leg is moving down toward the floor and away from you, away from the center of the body. One more exhale there. Keeping the back firmly on your mat. Good. We're going to put the knees and ankles together, the arms out. We want the low back to release. Did a lot of hinging. So that meant the low back really worked hard. I'm going to let it release, and the upper back as well. Keeping the shoulders down. Exhaling. And let's go to the second side. Super relaxing. This workout caused a lot of stress on the body, a good kind of stress, but stress nonetheless. So we want stretches that are really restorative after an intense workout like that. And this is a really relaxing, restorative stretch. Excellent. I'm going to roll onto my side so you can stay right on your side there and go into a quad stretch. So we did 5 rounds. So you did 5 different squat movements. Your body weight squat, your banded squat, 2 sets of weighted squats, and that slow and low power squat. So think of all that, challenging fast twitch and low twitch fibers in the quads. We really need to stretch that out afterwards to restore blood flow, elasticity, range of motion, and prevent soreness. Okay, let's go to the second side. I wish the smell that's in this room transport over Zoom. My husband is cooking something that smells so good that I wish I could send that your way. But I am sending positive vibes your way. So proud of you for doing this workout, for sticking to your goals, making it happen. We're going to drop that knee down. Yep, create a 90 degree here, a 90 here. We're going to lean forward over that front leg, work out of the glutes. Oh, yeah. Feel free to ease off and then walk your hands closer to your feet and lean forward, chin over the shin, shin to shin. Good. We'll flip that around and we'll do those 2 quad stretches on this side, pushing the knee downward to open out the hip, and then down we go. Many of us have good intentions, excellent goals, excellent ideas of things that are going to help us. We know why we need to work out, what it's going to do for our body, but very few people put that into action and make those actionable goals that they can really work toward on a consistent basis. So I applaud you for not procrastinating, for making it happen, believing in yourself. So I'm here, chin over shin, working from the glute. Good. I'm going to roll over prone toward the floor and press 1 foot back. You can even have the knee on the floor. The main thing is to push the heel away from you as you lift up the abs and stretch the calves. Again, slow exhale, slight movement with the exhale. Let's go to the second side. Hopefully you feel really great right now. Think of how great that is. You can even write down how you feel on your tracker so that next time when you're not sure whether to work out, you'll read, felt so good about what I accomplished, or whatever it is you write down. Made progress. Felt stronger. Glad I made my goals a reality. All right, let's tip back. Get a second quad stretch, a second stretch for the low back. Let the upper back relax that held you upright. Thank your body for what it's given you today. Getting stronger just bit by bit. Great. We'll come on up. We'll take our final inhale. Gather up all that positive energy. Exhale. Bring it through your day. Shine it to other people. Thank you for working on your health. And I hope to see you next workout. Bye for now. Thank you.